Welcome to this week's edition of Bill's Books, and I'm here with author, broadcaster and raconteur Andrew Collins to talk about his new book, a biography of Billy Bragg. Welcome, Andrew.
Thank you for inviting me into your library.
And Billy Bragg, he was a miner, he was a docker, he was a railway driver, he was incredibly busy between the wars. How did you find him? When did this project begin?
I had no idea at the time that it would become my life's work. I thought it was just a book. Everything came together because Billy was then 39 and was approaching 40. Hard to imagine now. I had interviewed you a couple of times, once for the NME and once for Q magazine, and it had gone very well, and we had some kind of connection there. I was the editor of Q and I left, and I wanted something to do. And in fact, Virgin Books, somebody started there called Ian Gittings, and he said, I've just started to work at Virgin, they want me to commission some good official books on musicians, not cut and paste jobs. And he said, is there anyone you'd like to do? And I said, there's only one person I'd like to do, and he might just do it. And it was Billy Bragg. So the fact that and you were moving out of a flat where all your archive was in plastic bags. And
cuttings, you mean?
To write.
It was hardly an archive. It was a lot of plastic bags with bits about myself I'd cut out of the newspaper.
But they were done in year order, so they were actually organised.
That's true.
And so you said yes, let's do it. And it was a commitment on your part because you had to spend quite a lot of time with me, driving me around places. And so it was an enjoyable experience. It was my first book, and I've never written another rock biography, but I have written more to that one because every couple of years we update it, because you have this annoying habit of still going, still making music, and your career has showed no signs of slowing down.
Yeah, I'm surprised every few years the good people at Virgin Books get in touch and say,
let's have another one.
What's Braggy been up to?
Yeah, and it's always more than I can get into one chapter, but we always do one more chapter. So the book came out in 1998.
Originally,
the first book, which was definitive at the time, and I know also at the time you were very keen for there to be an account of your life that you could show your son.
Exactly.
So that existed, and it was a done deal. We were all happy with it, and there it was. Oddly enough, it came out not before the internet, but the internet was only just happening. I can state for a fact, which is always something to impress young people with, that I didn't have an email when I did it, and I did all the interviews for it on the phone or in person or by fax. Anyway, so 1998 came out, and then in 2001, by which time we'd moved to Dorset, we came down and sat and discussed the previous intervening years. Then we did it again in 2007, because that was I just wrote it before your 50th birthday, and now we've done it again.
Well, I have to say it's been great for me, because whenever I'm thinking to myself, this is it, I'm finished now, I'm all washed up, and I think, Andrew's going to be ringing me up in a couple of years, I haven't done anything, I better get out there and do some things. And it's funny, because when you do get in touch, I always think, I haven't done anything, what have I done? And it's only when we sit down and talk about it that I realise actually I have done quite a bit.
Well, in what is almost 7 years since the last update, you've done too much for me to fit in. So in the book, there's a lot of stuff about Jail Guitar Doors, which were important, Mr. Love and Justice, you becoming 50, Jack becoming a musician and a music fan, coming of age, and you turning the Bragg enterprise into a cottage industry. So that's all in there, and this version of Still Suitable for Minors is the first time it will be available as an e-book, which is very modern.
I think it's fitting that you, to start with, you didn't even have a computer when you wrote the first book, and now it's actually going to be, whatever happens to it goes down a little...
There it is. Yeah, that's it, I've got it. There it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Gone. Great.